Today we're making my cauliflower crust flatbread. Now flatbread usually comes in an oblong shape and it has all different kinds of toppings, and I love getting these at restaurants. A lot of times it's heavy, it's heavy dough. They use most of the time eggs, which is not what we want here. And if it's a cauliflower crust, they also use eggs to get it to hold together, and dairy for the cheese. So I figured out a way to do the cauliflower crust flatbread without any of those ingredients, just the cauliflower, and it holds together beautifully. I'm going to show you how. I have here cauliflower florets that I've put into my food processor, and I'm just gonna rice the cauliflower. So just get it on here. Okay, we have rice, and I'm going to pour it into boiling water, which is here, and I'm going to just keep it in there for 10 minutes until the rice is tender. Let it steam in there. It's filled with water that's boiling, the pot, and I'm just going to, for about 10 minutes, make sure it gets tender. Okay, and then we're just going to make a flax egg with flaxseed and water. And I'm just going to mix the two together and put it in the fridge. And this will sort of coagulate and become the binder for our flatbread. And once these things are done, we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what to do next. Okay, so our cauliflower rice is ready. It's nice and soft. I have a flax egg here that has coagulated, so we are ready to combine ingredients and get our flatbread bread in the oven. We're gonna start with oat flour, some nutritional yeast, miso, and oregano, garlic powder, and onion powder. We're gonna get that flax egg in here so everything gets along very well, holds together. And then we're going to squeeze the water out of the cauliflower. Let me just get it. I just drained it. Okay, so it's hot. You really should do this when it's cool because it's gonna hurt your hands. But I couldn't wait to show you this, so I'm gonna probably hurt myself, but it's so worth it. Okay, here we go. Just put it in a clean towel, cheesecloth, whatever you have, nut milk bag, and see, the water just comes out. You need it to be as dry as possible because then you'll just have mush. So just try to get it as clean as dry as possible. See, look at that. All that water's coming out. Okay. And you're going to add this to the mix. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right. I'm just going to mix this all together until it becomes our dough. This is going to be good, folks. It's going to be good. It's not hard. You just have to take the time to do it. That's all. Make time. You're worth it. You don't want to get the crappy cauliflower pizzas from the store because they don't have the good ingredients that we have in here. All right. So what I have here is a pizza stone. Now pizza stones are really good for making pizza because they help make the crust very, very crusty and crispy. And if you don't have one, that's okay. You can use a baking sheet. That's perfectly fine. And I've spread out some corn grits so it doesn't stick because this could be very sticky. We don't want it to stick. And then we're just going to place it onto here, like that, onto our pizza stone, and make it into any shape you want. You have full creative control. I like to make it oblong, so it's pretty, you know, you don't want to make it too thick because then it won't cook in the middle. So you want to make it, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch thick. That should be good. Okay, and we're gonna bake it before we put on the pesto sauce, because we need to get it crispy. Okay, with the sauce on it, it's just not going to get crispy, so we do that later. We put the sauce on after it's cooked for about 40 minutes, and then we put the sauce on, the toppings on, and then we do it for another 10 minutes, and that's how we get that crispy cauliflower pizza crust. All right, I think that's pretty oblong. What do you think? Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven and we'll be back after 40 minutes. Okay, so the flatbread's almost ready to come out of the oven. I'm gonna show you how to make the pistachio pesto sauce. We have basil. I'm gonna put that in the food processor, garlic, pistachios, of course, some fresh squeezed lemon juice, a little bit of coconut nectar, and miso. And then we're going to whirl that up. Okay, so when it was running, I put in some plant-based milk. I used some hemp milk. It was homemade hemp milk. And so I just put in 1/2 cup as it was running. And you see we have a gorgeous, gorgeous pistachio pesto here. And so when the flatbread comes out, I'm gonna put that on and I'll show you what I did in the meantime. I sauteed some onions and some mushrooms. All I did was I put some water, not too much, like a tablespoon in the pan with the mushrooms and onions, because the mushrooms contain so much water that the minute the heats it, they release their own juices, which is very delicious. It has a nice earthy, meaty taste. So you don't need much in terms of the saute water. And then you got yourself a delicious saute. So now we're gonna put it all together. I'm gonna take the flatbread out. Okay, this is it. And we're going to top it with our pistachio pesto that we have here. Oh, look at that. Oh boy, this is so good. I'm telling you, you can't get ingredients like this in a restaurant, so you're gonna have to learn how to make it yourself. Not hard. I'm here to help you. And then you just put as many of the toppings as you want. If you want different toppings, then saute something else, some vegetables or zucchini, whatever your heart desires, whatever you like on your flatbread is fine. I just happen to like mushrooms and onions, and there you have it. It's going to be gorgeous. It is already, but we got to get it back in for just a few more minutes. For 10 more minutes, so everything marries well together. Look at that. I'll show you. Oh my God, so good, so good. I can't. Oh God, so good. Look at that. Okay, so another 10 minutes and we're gonna be right back. Okay, it's been 10 minutes and I think our flatbread is ready to come out of the oven. Oh yes. Oh yes, look at that. Oh my goodness. So what you want to do is ideally wait a few minutes to let it rest and come together. It has to come to itself. It's been through a lot in there. And just, I like to make a diagonal like this, you know, cut it on the diagonal. So you sort of get a pizza slice and it looks pretty upon presentation. So you're sort of zigzagging your way through the flatbread and you get a nice presentation plus easy to pick up slices like that. And yeah, it's steaming hot, but man, I cannot wait to take a bite. So yeah, I hope you get to make this soon. I'll see you in the next video.